Now the sixth one ACI data. This asks the processor to add the content of the accumulator with the immediate data given as the second byte of the instruction along with the carry status flag, content of the carry status flag, and place the result in the accumulator register. This is also a 2-byte instruction. ACI will be the first byte, and this is followed by the data that is to be added. The data format for 8085 is 8-bit or 1 byte, since it's an 8-bit processor, or it's having a word length of 8-bit. So this requires 2 consecutive memory locations for saving this instruction in a program. The first byte corresponds to byte of the instruction corresponds to the code for ACI, machine code or op code for ACI. Upon fetching this operation code and decoding it, the processor will identify that one of the operand is the content of the accumulator that is readily available. Another operand is the content of the carry status flag that's also readily available within the processor. Whereas the third operand happens to be the immediate data that is being present in the next memory location of the program, which needed to be brought into the interior of the processor, that is performed, or that is possible by performing a memory read operation. So overall there will be 2 different machine cycles, opcode fetch and memory read machine cycles, making a total of 7 different T states. Now addressing mode. For this operand it is implicit, and for this operand this follows, say, a register addressing mode C. C is mentioned here as a part of the operation code or opcode corresponding to the carry status flag, which is a part of the status register. Whereas for this operand, the operand itself is given as the content of next memory location of the program. So the operand itself is immediately given as the data of the next memory location or immediate memory location. So it follows immediate addressing mode. Once again, this is an arithmetic instruction that will affect all status flags. So these are all about the various 6 different kinds of addition operation codes, as long as 1 byte operands are concerned. However, there is an addition instruction in 8085 that permit addition operation of 2-byte numbers or 16-bit numbers, and the instruction is DAD followed by the symbol for the register pair. Say for example DAD B or DAD D or DAD E. B corresponds to BC pair, D corresponds to DE pair, and H corresponds to HL pair. Not DAD E but DAD H. This asks the processor to add the content of the HL register pair, which is a 16-bit register, with the content of the register pair whose symbol is mentioned as the opcode part of the instruction, and place the result in the HL register pair. Now here HL has the role of accumulator as long as addition operation with 1 byte numbers are concerned, whereas for 2 byte numbers HL has the role of accumulator. So this permits the processor to add 2 byte numbers in a single instruction, DAD register pair. This is the basic instruction. There can be 3 different operations in this category, DAD B, DAD D and DAD H, and this asks the processor to add the content of the register pair with the content of the HL pair and place the result in the HL pair. Of course, this is a 1 byte instruction, and we expect that this will be completed in a total of 2 different consecutive, one and only one machine cycle, that is opcode fetch. But upon performing opcode fetch and followed by execution, the processor will identify that the data are readily available within the interior of the processor, but addition needed to be performed at the accumulator level. So the least significant part of these registers, HL and register pair, will be added first. Then the most significant register contents or contents of the most significant registers in these two register pairs, HL and the register pair whose symbol is mentioned, will be then added. That require some more expenditure of time. I have shown it here, data read. There is no question of such an operation. Rather than considering this as a machine cycles, we will have to consider that some more wait T states are being introduced by the processor in order that this complicated addition process is being completed by the ALU of the processor. We can say that there is a total of 3 different machine cycles and that require a total of 4 plus 3 plus 3 equal to 10 consecutive T states. Addressing mode. In order to represent this operand, the symbol of the register pair will be mentioned in the instruction. So addressing mode will be register addressing mode. Because in this case, one of the operand is the content of the register. To address that operand, symbol of the register is being mentioned. And for this operand, it's implicitly known by the processor that one of the operand is the content of the HL pair. And this instruction also affects all status flags. So these are the 7 different various addition operation instructions. Now we will move on to subtraction instruction. All these are similar to addition instructions. Just you will have to replace this plus sign by means of minus signs. In this case, both these plus signs needed to be replaced by means of minus signs. Now we'll move on to the basic subtraction instruction. First of all, sub R. This can be sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D, etc. etc. This R corresponds to the symbol of any general purpose register, including accumulator. This asks the processor to subtract the content of the accumulator, content of the register pair whose symbol is mentioned, from the content of the accumulator and place the result in the accumulator. So in this case, content of the register pair will be subtracted from content of the accumulator and the result will be placed in the accumulator. This is a 1-byte instruction and will be completed by means of an opcode fetch operation. Overall, it will require only 4 different T states because both the operands are readily available within the microprocessor. Addressing mode for this one is implicit and for this one it's register addressing mode, and this will affect all status flags. Next one, sub M. Actually this is a sub, this is a mistake, it's not sum, it's sub M. This asks the processor to subtract the content of the memory location pointed by HL pair. M has this meaning of the content of the memory location pointed by HL pair from the content of the accumulator and place the result in the accumulator register. This is also a 1-byte instruction. However, it will require 2 different machine cycles. Upon decoding in the 4th T state of opcode fetch machine cycle, the processor will understand that one of the operand is the content of the accumulator that is readily available, whereas the second operand happens to be the content of the memory location which is external to the processor that needed to be brought to the interior of the processor, that require a memory read operation and the expenditure of 3 consecutive T states. So there will be a total of 2 different machine cycles, opcode fetch and memory read, and require 7 different consecutive T states to complete it. For this operand, addressing mode is register addressing mode, and however for this operand, content or the operand happens to be content of a memory location. The address of this memory location is loaded to the HL pair, and the symbol of HL pair is used indirectly to show that this happens to be the nature of the operand. So addressing mode is register indirect addressing mode. All status flags once again will be affected following this instruction. Now SBBR. Generally, a carry occurring in addition is often referred to as carry, that is the place value going to the next higher significant bit. Whereas in subtraction, instead of a carry going to the next higher state, we'll have to often take a borrow from the next higher place value. So in subtraction, the content of the carry status is often referred to as borrow. Now this is an instruction asking the processor to subtract content of the register whose symbol is mentioned and the content of the carry status flag that might have generated in the very earlier step of a program from the content of the accumulator and place the result in the accumulator. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ സംഭവിക്കുക അക്യുമുലേറ്ററിലെ കണ്ടന്റിൽ നിന്ന് ഇവിടെ ഏത് രജിസ്റ്ററിന് സിമ്പിൾ ആണോ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളത് ആ രജിസ്റ്ററിലെ കണ്ടന്റും തൊട്ട് മുന്നത്തെ ഓപ്പറേഷനിൽ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുള്ള ക്യാരി സ്റ്റാറ്റസ് രജിസ്റ്ററിലെ കണ്ടന്റും കൂടെ സബ്ട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്യും എന്നിട്ട് റിസൾട്ട് അക്യുമുലേറ്ററിൽ പ്ലേസ് ചെയ്യും. ഇറ്റ്സ് എ 1 byte ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ ആൻഡ് all the operands are readily available within the processor, so this will be finished in 1 T state of the execution part. So overall there will be only 1 machine cycle and 4 T states. Addressing mode for this one is implicit, for this one it's register, and for this one this is also register because B is mentioned as a part of this mnemonic in view of borrow during subtraction. So this is about SBBR. Next one, SBBM. This asks the processor to subtract the content of the memory location pointed by HL pair along with the former carry being generated from the content of the accumulator and place the result in the accumulator. This is also a 1 byte instruction. However, upon performing opcode fetch and decoding, the processor will identify that one of the operand is the content of the accumulator, the other one content of the carry status flags. Both are readily available within the processor. However, the third operand happens to be content of an external memory location pointed by HL pair. Now this content needed to be brought into the temporary register of the processor that has connectivity with the arithmetic and logic unit along with the accumulator register and carry status flag or status register. Once this content is brought from the external memory location pointed by HL pair to the interior of the processor, that is to the temporary register, the operation will be performed at once, so that it will have 2 different machine cycles, opcode fetch and memory read, and will be completed in a total of 4 plus 3 equal to 7 consecutive T states. Addressing mode for this one is implicit. For this one, this is register addressing mode because borrow is shown as a part of the mnemonic, and this operand is indirectly pointed. This is actually present in an external memory location. The address of this memory will be placed in the HL register pair, and symbol of this register pair or memory pointed by HL is mentioned using the symbol M. So the operand is indirectly pointed or addressed using HL register pair. Hence addressing mode is register indirect addressing mode. Once again, all status flags will be affected. Now the subtraction with the help of immediate data. SUI data. This asks the processor to subtract content of the next memory location that happens to be a data mentioned as the second byte of this 2 byte instruction from the content of the accumulator and place the result in the accumulator. So this is a 2 byte instruction. This data will be 1 byte. So SUI needed to have an 8-bit code. Now this data will be available in the next memory location of the program. So in opcode fetch only SUI will be brought. Upon decoding, the processor will understand that this data needed to be subtracted from the content of the accumulator needed to be brought from the next memory location of the program. That will be done with the help of a memory read operation. So overall there will be 2 machine cycles and a total of 7 consecutive T states. Now addressing mode, this is implicit. Here the operand happens to be the data itself mentioned as the second byte of the instruction. So it's immediate.